Hi, it's Mike with AskTractorMike.com. Well, where I live is about 20 minutes away from the world headquarters of Bass Pro Shop. And if you're a hunting, fishing, or boating enthusiast and you walk into that store, you'll find stuff that makes your hobby more fun. And that's what I envisioned when I started my website and the Tractor Fun Store that helps support my channel. And as I post this, Father's Day is about 2 weeks away. And if you're looking for a gift for a father that's a tractor enthusiast, my website is a great place to go. And we're adding stuff there all the time. We've got stuff that makes maintenance on a tractor easier. It makes you more productive on a tractor. We've got a line of tools on there that are kind of unique, and some stuff there that you may not know exist. And today we're going to take a look at a new product we've just added that I'm kind of excited about, that if you're in an emergency situation or a situation where you're trying to work in the dark, it could be a lifesaver. Let's get to it. This is my neighbor Chuck, and today we're going to be installing a gadget on Chuck's tractor. And why we're doing it, a few years ago, Chuck is an avid hunter and he killed a deer. He shot it on his property, but it died on neighbor's property. It went over the fence, went about 100 feet, would you say?
About that, yeah.
And that was the end of the deer, and now he's got to get it out of the woods. And it went kind of down, the way I remember it,
down a ravine, yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of ugly, and it was the darkest night I've ever seen. So Chuck shows up at our house and he's like, "Would you mind helping me? I've got a problem." And so my daughter, who loves stuff like this, and I came down, and I'm driving the tractor and she's down with Chuck in the woods trying to tie a rope around this deer to drag it back. And I'm using this tractor, and I've got the long tow rope that leads to the deer, and Chuck and Reagan are trying to drag it through the field. And it was pitch dark, and of course the problem with tractor lights, they shine into the loader bucket. I couldn't see anything. And so I'm backing up, and I don't know what's been back on me until I stop and I get off the tractor and walk around, and I'm backing into this huge cedar tree. Well, Chuck's down in the ravine, he can't see. I'm on the tractor, I can't see. We need light. And so when the folks that make my RBI tractor light said, "We've got a new device we want you to test out," I thought of you, Chuck. And I thought, I'm gonna get this down to Chuck, and the next time this happens, if it ever does again, at least the tractor operator can see what's going on. So what we've got today is what's called a Versalight. And what this is a light that kind of does a lot of things. Chuck, you want to hold that? And there went the instructions and everything out, but what it is a light that is both a strobe light, or a floodlight, and a flashing light. It does a little bit of everything, and it's remote controlled, which is kind of cool. And this is not a cheap light, but we're going to install this today on Chuck's tractor, and I think the install will be really quick, and then we're going to show you how it works with the remote control. So I'm going to pull the cover off the top that protects the light, and this light can rotate it all the way around. So if you're wanting to see what's in front of you, you can. If you want to see what's in back of you, if there's nothing in the way, you can. So Chuck, where are we going to install this?
Well, I thought we'd put it up on the hood of the tractor where it'll show up without bucket interfering.
And this has magnets, really strong magnets on the bottom. And this hood just happens to be metal. So the install won't take very long. It's got a long cord that leads to power, which we're going to get from the battery. And Chuck, you ordered something there from Amazon to make this easy. Tell me what that is.
Well, I don't have a cigarette lighter plug type outlet on my tractor. So this just clamps onto your battery, and then you have the plug-in right here on this. We can plug the light into it without having to do any modifications to the tractor.
Now, the control for this light is wireless, but if you lose the battery and the wireless control, it's also got a plug where you can plug in and hardwire into it. So it's it really lives up to its name, the Versalight. And I don't think it's something you're going to want to put on your tractor all the time and leave them on there?
No, I would think if you're working and doing some cutting around the woods or anything, that number one, you don't want to have it vibrating all the time, I wouldn't think. But number two, you don't want to take a chance of a limb or something like that hitting it. And
Yeah, and there's what it looks like. I could see putting it on top of your pickup truck if you've got, you're missing an animal, or you've had storms go through and you want to see in the dark, what happened. It'll fit there. We talked about putting it on, you've got a UTV.
yeah, and the UTV already has a plug-in that I can put that on, and I could attach it to my dump box. And
Yeah, it could go on the back. There's a place, I think, you need a flat spot as big as these magnets. So roll bar is probably not going to work unless you've got one heck of a thick roll bar. But the hood, like I said, get a metal hood. That's where we're going to put it. First thing we're going to do is install the alligator clips on the battery. And show us what you got there, Chuck.
all right, you got just a positive and negative feed, and then just the regular plug-in for it.
We got that off Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks or something like that. Alrighty.
There.
Cool. I wouldn't be doing this, but Chuck keeps everything immaculate, and we're going to try to protect the finish of the tractor, and I think the magnets will work good through the towel. Time will tell here.
Oh wow, yeah. That's on there good.
Okay?
Yeah, let's see if that'll be long enough.
Are we in?
We're in.
Alrighty. That's installed, ready to go to work, we think.
And you turn on the side, there's a switch off and
On the remote.
on the remote.
Okay.
And just hit the on button.
Wow, there it is.
And you have spotlight, floodlight, left and right.
Oh man, if we'd have had this that night in November. Oh wow.
Floodlight goes up and down, and you can go all the way up, come all the way back down to whatever angle. This is in floodlight mode.
Okay. Oh wow.
And does the same thing all the way to the left. It'll go all the way around if you want it to.
If you had it on the hood of the tractor, whoa. Raccoons.
Yeah. Go all the way down,
Okay.
then you can put it back in the spotlight.
Wow. That's kind of cool. Now, if you were trying to see behind you, wonder what that would do. Like when I was on the tractor, it's going to shine right in your eyes.
Well, let's try going around.
It's going to blind you. Wow, it went all the way around. Do it one more time, just show what it does all the way around. That is cool. Now, if you press and hold the button, I think it flashes like an emergency light. Or maybe press and hold the button twice. There it is. if you were in trouble. I don't know you'll ever use that, but there it is if you need it. Show me the,
This is the one to get it to flash.
Mayday.
Just press and hold until it stops.
Okay,
Back in floodlight.
okay.
Trying to get the spotlight.
We haven't read the instructions, but you almost don't need to, because it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. Oh, that is a pretty nifty little tool.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, again, this is the Versalight. I don't know we need to show anything else. It's pretty cool what all it does. And it's available on my website. Now, again, it's because of all it does, a fairly pricey little device, but if you need it in an emergency, I don't know anything that would be any better for trying to find an animal that's down, or like I said, if you had a storm and you were wanting to go out and see what the damage was, you could stick it on your tractor, or put it on your UTV or your side-by-side, or on the hood of your pickup truck or roof of your pickup truck, and man, it'd be a handy thing to have. I'm going to put a link up here to my website, and this is where to get this device. And here's a link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And here's a couple other videos you might want to watch. Thanks for watching.